Hey, what's up? In today's video, we're gonna look at the Rollei 35 and the Rollei 35S. I will compare these two cameras. So hopefully this video will be helpful to those of you hesitating between these two cameras. Overall, they are almost identical, except the lens is different. The Rollei 35 has the 40mm teaser lens with the biggest aperture of f3.5, whereas the 30S 40mm sonar lens with the maximal aperture of 2.8. So you will be able to have nicer bokeh and take pictures at darker places. And the sonar lens is supposed to be superior to the teaser lens, because one general rule is that the bigger the maximal aperture, the better the lens will be. Another fun fact is that the Contax T2 is also using the sonar lens, which is the 38mm f2.8. So you can expect the 35S to have an excellent performance that rivals the Contax T2 in terms of image quality. But the Rollei 35S only costs 1/3 the price of the Contax T2. As you can see, the last step is f2.8 in the aperture dial in the 35S instead of f3.5 like you can see in the Rollei 35. That's the biggest difference. Another difference is the distance scale. Rollei put both the feet and meters together on top of the lens in the Rollei 35S. So when you focus, you don't have to put the camera upside down in order to see the meters like you have to do with the Rollei 35. So it will be more convenient to those who get used to meters as a unit of distance instead of feet. The final difference is the filter size. The diameter of the sonar lens is 30.5mm, whereas the teaser lens 24mm. 30.5mm is more common than 24. So if you are using the Rollei 35S, it will be much easier for you to find lens accessories such as lens hooks or lens filters. Both the 35 and 35S are great cameras, but there are also things I dislike. First of all, every time you want to push in the lens barrel, you have to advance the film lever, which is a little bit counterintuitive. Some unfamiliar users often don't know that. They may end up damaging the lens by trying very hard to push in the lens barrel. The second thing I dislike is the shoe mount position. It's underneath the camera. So if I want to use an accessory such as a light meter, it will look like this. I have to put the camera upside down in order to see the light meter, which is a little bit inconvenient. One solution is to put a shoe adapter on top of the camera. The final thing I dislike is the focus system. Every time you take a photo, you have to estimate the distance between the camera and the object you want to photograph. It can be a fun process, but you can't compose and focus your image at the same time. It's super time consuming, so it's difficult for you to capture some interesting moments on streets. But I do have some tips for you to estimate distances. 0.9 to 1 meter is basically the distance of what your leg can reach while you are standing, or approximately 2 walking steps. 1.2 to 1.5 meter is pretty much a maximal step length. 2 meters is the distance of 4 walking steps, or the length of a normal bed. 3 meters is about 2 maximal step length. 6 meters is about the length of a luxury sedan. One small trick is that the head of a person 6 meters away is about the same size of your thumbnail. In conclusion, there's very little difference between these two cameras. Both cameras are excellent. You wouldn't go wrong choosing either one. As of today, the 35S is $100 more expensive than the 35, so it really depends on your budget. The only differences are the maximal aperture, the filter size, and the position of the distance scale. You will have to evaluate whether these slight improvements are worth $100. At the end of the video, I will show you the sample images of the Rollei 35S. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time.